Hi everyone, you are welcome back to my channel. My name is Lawrence if this is your first time here. Pastor Diop, this pastor right here, presented his case at the current GC Spring meeting concerning ecumenism. You know, Pastor Diop has been seen many times mingling with other Protestant churches and also with the Catholic Church with the mission of placing the Seventh-day Adventist Church in favorable light before the world. And at the current General Conference Spring meeting, he appeared and said so many things about ecumenism. In fact, he presented his case trying to let Seventh-day Adventists understand that ecumenism is not a bad thing. So let's go ahead and listen to what Pastor Diop said about ecumenism.
This presentation is purposed to simply make a case about the necessity of having public affairs and religious liberty, especially to mingle with people and make a case for who we are as Seventh-day Adventists in the public space. In one word, we are a blessing. In fact, Paul is similar to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs or State Department in the political realm. Paul works to promote a good reputation for the Seventh-day Adventist Church. Just as a diplomat, and I can even say the diplomat of the United States, though himself a Jew, mingles with Arabs, Muslims, Christians, Hindus without sacrificing his Jewish identity, but representing the interests and reputation of the United States of America. Likewise, we at Paul represent our church, mingling with people of all beliefs without diluting or compromising our Seventh-day Adventist identity, mission, and message. In fact, our identity is encapsulated in our name. They highlight the Sabbath of creation, human dignity, human beings created in the image of God, and the second coming, that is, the good news of the second advent for the restoration of all things and the eradication of evil. In fact, this neutralization of evil was promised since the Garden of Eden. That was the first gospel, with the announcement of the coming of the seed of the woman who would defeat the evil one. Now, the following presentation also is purposed to dispel misinformations and discourage the spread of disinformation accusing the GC of compromising the Adventist message. What is really at stake is the credibility of the Seventh-day Adventist Church in the public space. As we speak, there is a government that has denied the church to locate a union headquarters in their country. Why? Because we were accused of being a sect. And this was based, by the way, on the assumption that in France, the Seventh-day Adventist Church was put on the list of sects. This was not true, by the way. In fact, in France, the Seventh-day Adventist Church is officially part of the French Protestant Federation. And that doesn't mean losing our identity as Seventh-day Adventist. We actively work as per preventive diplomacy and corrective diplomacy to position our church in a favorable light before decision makers, government officials, lawmakers, legislative assemblies, and judicial entities and institutions that Seventh-day Adventists are assets to society. Now, this again does not mean at all that we are compromising the truth in trying to please people. No. We have no inferiority complex. We serve the Almighty, Most High, only immortal, eternal God. Without this diligent and proactive work of public affairs and religious liberty, we would not benefit, in fact, from several of our worship places in many countries. If Seventh-day Adventists are perceived as hostile, slanderers, accusers of others, and highlighters of what is wrong with others instead of focusing on what is right with us, then people will pay us back by intentionally pushing back on any request from us. It doesn't have to be like this. Civility is good and noble. However, the fruit of the Holy Spirit manifested for the benefit of others is even better. And those are love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, gentleness, goodness, faithfulness, self-control. Now, maybe briefly, clarifying some misunderstandings and misinformation. A basic understanding of how the church, the Seventh-day Adventist Church, functions could have dispelled unnecessary and irrational worries. First, no person in the Department of Public Affairs and Religious Liberty can sign any document that would represent the voice of the church. The voice of the church is always in the official documents voted either at one of the followings. 1, the General Conference in session. 2, the Executive Committee. 3, the Administrative Committee or ADCOM. So when we mingle with other Christians, as in the case of the Conference of General Secretaries of Christian World Communions, or with the Global Christian Forum, there is no common declaration to adopt, no resolution to sign or implement together. No. Each communion, in all freedom and on their own terms, on our own terms also, share our identity, activities, challenges, and contributions to improving people's lives in our community, in the communities, I can say, entrusted to the care of all. There are, of course, bilateral and multilateral engagements between communions, but it doesn't mean compromise. One thing is certain: the Seventh-day Adventist Church cannot be placed under an umbrella of any ecumenical organization. Now, this is important because the issue is that of freedom of conscience, and in this case, corporate freedom of conscience. Because of our representative system and votes, another organization cannot decide for us. Impossible. This freedom is therefore protected. No need to worry whatsoever. We Seventh-day Adventist leaders who mingle with this group, the Conference of General Secretaries of Christian World Communions, since 1957, we share our remarkable portfolios of services so that they know that we are assets to society, blessings to our communities through concrete engagement in, for example, health, including health clinics, education, universities, colleges, high schools, primary school, kindergarten, etc., humanitarian, ADRA, and other humanitarian organizations in the church, human rights, and in particular, religious liberty, freedom of religion or belief, but also various ministries, family ministry, women, youth, possibility ministries, chaplaincy, prison ministries, men's ministries, and many other services such as language schools, cooking schools, etc. All this we do, again, without compromise. Let me be redundant here. All this we do without compromising our identity and commitment to the gospel of Jesus Christ. In fact, when we mingle with other Christians, as in the case, again, of the Conference of the General Secretaries of Christian World Communion, there is no common declaration, no resolution to sign or implement together. Again, each communion in all freedom, and us too, we come to the table as equals. Now, the fruit of the Holy Spirit excludes violence against others. If we go after people's faith, it is irresponsible. Why? because we put, in fact, Seventh-day Adventist lives in danger. And that would be reckless. We should be rather saving lives. In fact, what happens in court, in a country, resulting in the incarceration of a union president and a treasurer, was retaliation for aggressive anti-Catholic rhetoric in that country by Seventh-day Adventists. A judge decided to push back against Adventist leaders. And I have been in that country 5 times, working precisely to help our brothers get out of prison. You know, there is a way to share our hope, our faith, our love, I believe, and our beliefs without attacking others. Muslim countries, for example, with the ban on proselytism, are a case in point where it would be suicidal to attack them. Again, it is imperative to remember that core to our mission is to save lives. This also means the lives of Seventh-day Adventists who live as minorities in many parts of the world. We have to remember, we are a restorationist movement, not a sectarian, violent breed of believers, closet terrorists, in fact. No, rather, we follow the Prince of Peace. In fact, our theology, our understanding of God, our anthropology, our understanding of human nature, hamartiology, sin and evil in the world, soteriology, salvation, all these inform our advocacy, in fact, for religious freedom. So restoring people to their God-given innate dignity is what informs our passion and advocacy for religious freedom.
So that was Pastor Diop defending or talking about ecumenism, you know, talking about mingling with other churches, with other denominations. And I don't know, but so he said so many things, friends. He said so many things. He said that mingling with other Protestant churches and also with the Catholic Church doesn't mean that we are compromising our faith. It doesn't mean that we are losing our identity as Seventh-day Adventists. So, in essence, he was saying that there is no problem with mingling with other Christian denominations. He was saying that there is no problem mingling with the Catholic Church. Do you think that it is okay for the church to mingle with other Protestant churches or with the Catholic Church? Let us know that in the comment section. You know, some Adventists who do not accept mingling with other Protestant churches or accept ecumenism sometimes use this E.G. White quote to defend or support their stand. All right, so let me read that quote. It is found in The Great Controversy, page 587. It says, "It is one of Satan's devices to combine with falsehood just enough truth to give it plausibility. The leaders of the Sunday movement may advocate reforms which the people need, principles which are in harmony with the Bible. Yet, while there is with these a requirement which is contrary to God's law, his servants cannot unite with them. Nothing can justify them in setting aside the commandments of God for the precepts of men." Great Controversy, page 587. I have just shared with you what went on at the GC Spring meeting concerning ecumenism. All right, so let us know what you think about it. I'll end here and wait for your comment. Thanks for watching. My name is Lawrence, and see you next time.